to the masterclass this week. We're going to go over kind of what the feeling is when you're stuck. A lot of times in an in-person lesson, somebody will say, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, the club's dropping, and and I just get stalled out. It's stuck. We're going to keep it simple. So when you get stuck, you can do that a few different ways. One could just be the fact that you're not rotating through the shot. That might be physical. That might be your limitation. We'd want to work on that in terms of the body and kind of do some dynamic exercises to get you to follow through rotationally. Otherwise, you're probably getting disconnected in the backswing, and so the arms are in a position that they can't get through freely, so the body's then got to stop rotating, stand up to get the club through. So most of the time it's from either an improper setup error, could be too close, could be too far, could be posture related, or it's going to be from the takeaway in the sequence at which you're taking it back. So it's important. What I like to do is I like to feel the club in my lead hand and then my body turn. So about waist high, everything's pointing right in the center. If it's disconnected there, that's all you're going to work on is just the takeaway. Maybe throw a balloon or an impact ball between your arms and just work on basically chip shots, half shots, taking the club back a little bit more connected. Once we get it above waist height, then the arms can start to separate. They might stay. You might want to be somebody who keeps them closer, but there's some physical mobility to do that in that trail arm and some ability in that lead shoulder. So if we're going into this swing and as we keep turning, those elbows separate, that's all right. But at some point on the way down, they have to regain the connection with that lead arm, regain the connection so that as they're coming through the strike, we're not stuck. That's why I like this G-Box, the shallower from George Gankus Golf. It allows you to be a little bit more free in the arms, but still feel that connection. So here's the steps to get unstuck. First, you're going to warm up with something between your arms, and you're going to keep it between your arms. You're going to hit some little shots, feeling what it feels like to be unstuck at impact, feeling what it feels like for the arms to extend out in front of you. Once you can hit those shots consistently, then you can work towards a full swing. But what you're going to do in this full swing is you're going to focus more on, again, keeping the connection in the takeaway, trying to keep the connection at the top, and then speeding the arms up through the hitting motion. As a result, you might pull a few left if you're working that proper flexion in the left hand. But either way, we should get a good strike through that. Now, don't worry about coming over the top, because if you're connected here, you're not going to throw the club head down first. You might have never seen it, but if you're disconnected, that's when we can start coming over the top and get stuck. That's not a good feeling. So don't worry about going over the top. Just keep the connection in the arms and then speed it up coming down and through so that you can feel the feeling of a proper strike and being unstuck. It's important to work through this. It's important to warm up this. The stuck feeling is probably a tendency from either improper learning or old sports that you've played. I still get stuck sometimes from baseball, from dropping that trail elbow. It's kind of important to understand the concept of being stuck, and then working out of it's pretty easy. Most of it is from bad information. People tend to want to drop the handle, hit from the inside. Unfortunately, that position's not going to work. So you're going to hit from the inside by proper setup, proper sequence. I could still hit a draw by keeping my arms a little bit closer together, my elbows closer together. So let me know if you have any questions on that. This is going to go out to the channel. You can also view it on YouTube if you have the subscription there.